Chris, what is our third main topic today?
This comes from Scott Goldie. Hey, John, have you seen the Winchesters prequel series dropped its first trailer? As a huge Supernatural fan, I'm not sure how this is going to play out. I like that we will see more from this world, but John and Mary's backstory was already covered quite a lot in this main series. What are your thoughts on this series? Cash grab or exciting new chapter? Thanks, and bring on the filthy.
All right, first thing that has to be said is this, and I need you to listen to me. Sit down, put down your food, whatever. Just listen to me here. Every movie ever made, every TV series ever made is a cash grab. You need to understand this.
No,
they are
the
all,
art.
I thought it was show friends.
it is all made to make money.
Except for Cry Macho.
Unless you cry macho. Exactly. I was going to say, which is why David Zaslav is like taking out the axe right now. But at any rate, that being said, you guys know, and if you haven't, get ready. You're about to know. I love Supernatural. I have watched all 15 freaking years of that thing. I even love the not so good seasons.
Yeah.
Why? Because I didn't really care a lot about the story sometimes. I just wanted every week to hang out with the boys. That's it. I wanted to hang out with the Winchester boys. I wanted to hang out with
Bobby?
Crowley. I wanted to hang out with Bobby. I wanted to hang out with, all of them. I just love all the characters. I wanted to hang out with Castiel. I wanted to hang out. I just like hanging out. The dialogue in that show was always so fun. And I just felt relaxed when I was watching Supernatural. I loved it. And it broke my heart when they brought it to a close. I mean, and hey, 15 seasons. That's awesome. It did break my heart a little bit. Then they made the announcement they're going to do a Winchesters series, and not Jared Padalecki, Jensen Ackles was going to kind of come back and kind of be a narrator, whatever of it. And so I sat down to watch the trailer. Oh, it sucks. It sucks. It does not look at all interesting. It does not look at all fun. It does not look at all. Even these characters, I'm looking at this. No, granted, it's a short trailer. It's not a 30-minute episode, but I never thought for one second, I want to get to know that character. And I want to get to know that character. I didn't care. There was nothing at all interesting to me. It looked like Supernatural light to me, just minus all the good stuff. And so, what is it we're talking about? Well, this comes to us from the folks over at Variety who wrote the following about the new trailer. Demon Hunters unite in the new trailer for the Winchesters. In the first look at the CW's new Supernatural prequel series, narrator Dean Winchester, Supernatural star Jensen Ackles, takes viewers back to a time to 1972. The story of Sam, played by Jared Padalecki on the original series, and Dean's family has always been a mystery. Not really.
No.
They kind of showed it all in the show. Anyway, it's always been a mystery, but now Dean wants to finally uncover how the demon hunting Winchesters came to be. And again, that comes to us from the folks at Variety. Now, look, I'm all for the concept of a Supernatural prequel, but the viewer who wrote in is right. We've seen the story of the Winchester parents. We know everything that happened. We know what brought them from A to B and from B to C, and then they're bringing out the boys. We know it, and even that's fine. That's fine. If the trailer still looks good and you have some great dialogue that's engaging, and I think this looks like a lot of fun. And again, this series might be the best series in the history of television. This could be Succession and Game of Thrones and Yellowstone rolled into one.
On the CW.
On the CW.
Crushing it.
But, I mean, it's just a trailer. I get it. But as a die-hard, super hardcore Supernatural fan, nothing about this looked interesting to me. So I don't know. Aaron, I know you did not watch all 15 seasons of Supernatural, but which is actually good in this case because you had a chance to, from a totally clean page, look at the trailer for the Winchesters. What did you think about it?
Well, it wasn't a totally clean page because I did audition for the role of the mom.
Oh, that's right.
I didn't get it. So the whole time I was like, oh, who did they get? Oh, yeah, she's good. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I see that. Yeah. She looks good. I like that. Yeah. So, I can acknowledge when they made the right choice. I will say this, and I say this, John, as a contemporary of yours, as someone who is around the same age. It doesn't surprise me that you felt a camaraderie with Jensen Ackles, that with the boys, that you wanted to hang out with them because they're our age.
Right.
The people that are starring in this show are 20 plus years younger than us. I don't want to hang out with them either. No offense to people in their 20s. I don't want to hang out with you. I want you to hang out with your friends. And I'm going to hang out with other old farts like me who go to bed at 9 p.m.
You can't rent a car. Aaron Cummings has nothing to do with you.
You know what? When I was in my 20s, I hung out with people in my 20s. Now I'm a little older and I hang out with old farts. And so I can look at this and what I hope for this series is that, especially with Jensen Ackles being, I know that he's the narrator of it, but I also wonder if he's in some way producing it. I imagine so I imagine that Jensen Ackles is also helping to infuse this show with the spirit of Supernatural for a new generation. And so I am going to you're right. I do come into this clean. I don't have, my own special nostalgia for the original series. So what I look at this as is I don't see this as the next step for people who loved Supernatural. I look at this as a continuation of the Supernatural world for a new generation of viewers. So it doesn't surprise me that you don't want to hang out with these people, but I wonder if maybe a 24 or 27-year-old John would.
I don't think that had anything to do with it. Like, for instance, Doctor Strange, my favorite character is America Chavez, and I love Umbrella Academy, and these are all like early 20 characters. But if they didn't want it to be the next step for the fans of Supernatural, then why soak it in the nostalgia by having Dean doing the narration and saying, well, you've heard the story, but like they
so that
really
you could
market
watch it
like
with
that.
your 20-year-old child.
All right. Chris? What do you think about it? What did you think about the trailer? What did you think about the trailer?
I think it's pretty bad, just because the constant. There were so many mysteries about my parents. Were there, Dean? Were there? Because I came to Supernatural late. I watched it on Netflix, and then basically like the last 2 seasons I watched on the CW.
Right.
And I loved this show. I love Castiel so much. I learned it from the pizza guy. I love him. I want a show about him. I want a show about the demons. I want a show about any other tertiary character because we already explored so much about Mary. That was the whole big thing on the show was we had this big reveal. We learned
several big reveals.
Oh my gosh, she was a hunter the whole time. Whoa. We learned about the Men of Letters. So, I mean, I guess it's going to potentially be interesting to see the Men in Letters in action. But I'm not holding out hope. This doesn't look awesome.
You know, they're at some point they're going to go to the bunker. It's like, oh, it's the bunker.
It's the bunker.
It's the bunker.
And I just don't know why they did this. The only thing that I enjoyed in the trailer, honestly, was the punching mishaps. I thought that was
great.
Okay, I will
really
give it
fun.
that was funny. Yes.
And I did like the Janis Joplin, Jimi Hendrix crust. I thought that was cute. Other than that, I'm not super into this. Spoiler alert, that show is old as hell. If you don't know Mary was a hunter, that's your own problem, chat.
Yeah, you've had a long time to watch that if you wanted to. All right, guys, question is for you. Were you a fan of Supernatural? Yes or no? And I'm very interested to know this because when you tell me in the comment section below if you like this trailer, I want to know if you were originally a fan of Supernatural or if you're just totally new to this and watching. I want to see if there's any difference between, who liked it and who didn't. I don't know. Whatever your thoughts are, jump on down there and leave your thoughts there. Guys, we want to take a minute and thank the sponsor of this video, ExpressVPN. Now, you guys have all already heard about ExpressVPN. I've talked about it a number of times in my videos. It's the best way to protect your privacy online and to give you that security online that we all need. And there's another practical reason why viewers of this show love using ExpressVPN. Take Netflix, for example. You see, thousands of shows on Netflix are only available outside of the US, so you need to change your country if you want to access them, and ExpressVPN lets you do just that. Because what the ExpressVPN app does is it encrypts your data and reroutes it through server locations of your choice. This not only protects your data, but it also lets you control which country you want Netflix to think that you're in. ExpressVPN lets you choose from over 90 different countries, so every time you run out of stuff to watch, you can just fire up the app on your laptop or smart TV, switch your country, and hit connect. And once you refresh your page, you'll get a brand new selection of shows. It's just that simple. And those reasons and many more is why ExpressVPN is the #1 rated VPN provider by publishers like TechRadar and The Verge. So guys, visit expressvpn.com/Campea right now and get 3 extra months of their service for free. That's EXPRESS expressvpn.com/Campea. Go to expressvpn.com/Campea to learn more.